guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Melissa in Minnesota again. Today's video is going to be a tag, and I saw this on Summer's channel. Her channel is La Musing of Moi, and I'll link her channel below if anyone's interested in checking out her tag that she did with a friend. But yeah, so I thought this would be kind of a cool tag to do, a good way for you guys to get to know me a little better, and there are quite a few questions, so we'll go ahead and get started. The first question is, do you keep up with the Kardashians? And the answer would be no, really not interested. I don't have cable, so there's kind of no way unless they appear in one of my magazines. That's the only way that I know that they are there. And two, it seems like a lot of drama, and I try to stay away from stuff like that. So, two, if you could have an old muscle car, which would you choose? My husband already has a 67 Camaro, so, but if I could have one personally, it would be a Mustang, and, yeah, definitely from the era that they were revved up, the louder the better, really like that, so. 3, do you curse like a sailor when the camera isn't rolling? I do not curse like a sailor. I will admit that I curse, not a lot, just a couple. And if I am startled, I will say a curse word. But 4, if your significant other gave you a hall pass, who would you use it on? Be honest. And honest, Dave Grohl. So that's, yeah, oh yeah, of the Foo Fighters. So what is the one thing you do that you hate to admit? Probably that I curse when I'm angry. It's one of those things where I need to learn a little bit more patience, and that seems to be when that happens. 6, do you really brush your teeth in the morning and at night? Be honest. Yes, very much so, and in between during the days. So, yeah, the fear of having bad breath, even though I'm a stay-at-home mom and there's most of the time no one here, yeah, I brush my teeth quite often. 7, what is your go-to drink at Starbucks? Being gluten-free, I really don't trust restaurants or places, so I probably only had maybe 1 or 2 Starbucks in my entire life. I'm now 42, if that tells you anything, so I really don't have anything from Starbucks that I really like. Is your current hair your real hair color? For the main part, yes. The other part, no. So right now, no. It's a biologed effect, so the answer would be no. 9, if you could swap bodies with someone, who would it be and why? No one in particular, but, you know, someone that's more tone. That's all I've got to say. I played volleyball in high school. I've liked Gabriella Reese, or Gabrielle Reese. I'm not sure if it's an A or just an E, but I've liked her ever since I was in high school. She is in her 40s, and she looks fabulous, so yeah, if I could trade with anyone, it would probably be her. Let's see. Have you ever read 50 Shades of Grey? If so, what did you think? Nope, never jumped on that bandwagon. 11, do you crack your knuckles? No, I can't stand it. Anyone that cracks their knuckles, it makes me physically nauseous, so definitely no. Have you accidentally text messaged someone something you were supposed to be sending to your special someone? No, I haven't. Don't send those type of texts, and so no. Have you ever created a fake profile to creep on someone? Again, no, not. Be real, be honest, that's the way I am, so no. 14, which is your weakness, cookies or pastries? Ooh, both. If they're gluten-free, I just made a batch of oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, so those are quickly disappearing, not only by me, my boys and my husband have helped out, but if anything, I tend to make more cookies, so yeah, I'll go with that. 15, what do you love about yourself? I like that I'm real and I'm honest. Sometimes that is a default because if someone asks me a question, I'm going to be honest, and sometimes it's maybe not what they want to hear, but that's what I like about myself, is I am completely honest. Do you have to match your nail polish to your toenail polish? No, it's actually better if they don't match, and so yeah, most of the time it's. People know I live in Minnesota. I open with that. That's my YouTube little logo for my gluten-free channel. And so half the time our feet are covered, so only in the spring, and that's late spring for us. That's like May, June. That's getting into summer. So yeah, those months they're painted because they're either barefoot or in sandals. But other than that, no, they're in boots and they're covered, so no. Let's see. 17. Tell us a few things about you that people would be surprised to know about you. Um, well, I always open with Melissa, Minnesota, but I am a southern born and raised girl. Sometimes people can recognize that with my accent. If I go home to South Carolina, people recognize that I have a Midwestern, yeah, sure, oh, Minnesota. They recognize that accent, and then up here, people will detect a slight accent from the east, but they're not sure exactly where. So, probably I'm maybe a girl without a home now, so yeah. And gosh, other things that people would be surprised to know about me. I'm a crafter. I really like to craft. I'm very creative. I like to do redecorating. I went to school for interior design, but I never finished that. It's one of those things that I like as a hobby, but maybe not as a career. I secretly, well, I don't know. I love fashion. I collect makeup. Maybe not a lot of people know that because I don't tend to wear a lot of makeup, but I do tend to be a collector. Now that I've been almost 2 years, or actually it is over 2 years, gluten-free, I've had to completely rehaul that whole part of my life, but I'm working on it. So those are probably some things that maybe people don't know. Let's see. 18. Heels or flats? I really like a heel. Even though I'm 5'8", I like to be tall. I think it's awesome, and so yeah, I'll wear a 2, maybe 3-inch heel at the max. But yeah, I prefer heels over flats. If I wear flats, I do have Birkenstocks, and I consider those flats. I notice that I tend to have back pain, so heels don't, a small, slight heel does not do that. So yeah, I wear heels. 19. If you could do anything for one day and money wasn't an option, how would you spend your day? Dream big. Uh, this is probably not something that anyone would want to do with their money, but it's something that I would like to do. If I had do anything for one day and money wasn't an option, I would pay off all my bills, pay off our house, pay off the car. I would set up a bank account for my boys that their college expenses would be paid. So it would be financially, make sure I'm financially set. That would be the first thing that I would do that day in the morning. Second thing I would do would be to go visit my family in South Carolina. I would round up all of them, and then I would spend the rest of the day at the beach. Absolutely love the beach. How I ended up in Minnesota, besides my husband, but I love the beach, and so yeah, I would spend my day at the beach with my family. What was the last YouTube video you watched? That would be Summer's video, and that inspired me to do this one. So yeah, Summer from Le Musing of Moi was the last one that I watched in her Little Bit of Everything tag. 21. Do you have road rage? When I lived in the cities, yes. I live in the country now. We moved back to my husband's hometown. It is a big town. I will say a big town type of feel. So yeah, so you don't have any traffic or anything like now, but yeah, when I lived in the cities and would have to go through the rush hour, and yeah, I did have road rage. That's probably where I learned to swear. So that's where that picked up, and that little bit of angry, I guess, keeps coming out. But yeah, so 22. What is your favorite rock and roll song? I love all rock and roll, pretty much anything. I love Foo Fighters. I like old classic, Led Zeppelin, just really AC/DC, 80s, Aerosmith, any type of classic that's considered classic rock now, but yeah, any type of rock and roll. Who was your first kiss? Do you still talk to them? No, I do remember my first kiss. Will not name the name. He was younger than I was, and by a couple years, and no, do not still talk to him. And it was okay. Yeah. So, if you could have one YouTuber's closet, whose would it be? There's no one offhand, so yeah, I don't really have anyone's closet. Most people don't film from their closet, so I'm not sure. So, 25. If you could have one YouTuber's makeup collection, whose would it be? Again, most YouTubers that I watch don't have gluten-free products, and there aren't very many. I don't know of, I mean, of anyone that has makeup that's all gluten-free. So again, that's an answer I don't have an answer for, or a question I don't have an answer for. 26. Do you have a nickname? I do. Melissa is actually my middle name, and so with that comes Missy or Mel. So yeah, I have quite a few nicknames. Or another one that my Minnesota friends call me is Melissa Sippy. So yeah, I have quite a few names. What do you think is the best thing about your YouTube channel? I like my YouTube channel because I mean, my subscribers are so good. I've had some people recommend things for me as a gluten intolerant person, and so I've tried those. Absolutely love them. I like the fact that I can reach other people with a celiac disease or a gluten intolerance sensitivity, maybe similar to mine, that is a severe intolerance. So it's a way that I can connect with people like me and let other people know what I'm using. You know, subscribers, you guys are so good about letting me know what you use, and then I can try, and I really like that. So the back and forth, the chats that we have, and then some people that don't even have a gluten intolerance, but they have some gluten-free products on their channel that they just recommend because they like. I really like that. Summer is one of them. She's looking for more all-natural products. I do have natural products on mine, so I like that we can chat about those things. We seem to have bonded over Cover Effects. That seems to be a makeup that I really like because it is gluten-free. She uses it because it's a natural product, so I like that we can bond over that. And yeah, some things that are just really great to share with other people, and I like that. So yeah, my subscribers, they're awesome. Don't have very many. I'm just starting out my channel, but I really do. I love to hear from you guys, so leave me a comment, and I'll be happy to chat with you. Let's see. How many cars have you had, and what were they? I haven't actually looked at these questions, so gosh, when I lived at home, I started out with a Ford LTD, and that sucker was a boat. I mean, it was a big white car. It was one that we actually got from my grandmother when my brother and I first started driving, because there's like a little over or almost 2 years in between us. So we kind of started driving, and that thing was made out of solid metal, so we could take that thing anywhere. And then my parents pretty much didn't have to worry about us. If someone hit us, we were okay. If we actually hit someone, I think we'd be okay. Hit a deer, I mean, that car would survive everything. And then it was a Buick Regal, and so those were the two cars that were part of the family. My first car that I bought was a 300Z. Had the T-tops on it, so that was my first car that I bought. And after that, let's see, I got a Dodge Shelby. Then I went to a Saturn in 2000, no, a new 97, new 98, and then we still have that car. That one is still part of our family. And then I went to we went to several bands, but I can't even remember what those were. So yeah, so there's been quite a few. Once we had kids, we had a Jeep there for a while. After that, I can't remember. What's your favorite pizza? I actually make a homemade pizza with the Bisquick gluten-free crust, and we make pepperoni, mushroom, and mozzarella cheese, and the pepperoni comes from Applegate, so I like that. And other than that, probably the other one that I like is beef and onions. And so yeah, those are my two favorite pizzas since I've gone gluten-free. If you could have one lipstick for the rest of your life, which lipstick would you choose? I know it would definitely be a brand by Bite. I absolutely love Bite lipstick, and the color would probably be Fig. That I think no matter whether I'm fair in the winter, a little darker in the summer, no matter what I wear, that is a great color that looks good on everyone. So that's it for the questions that we have, and hope everyone learned a little bit more about me. And let me know if you don't have a video channel that you do of your own, your answers to your questions down below. I would love to read what you guys for answers for the questions. And if you do make a video, tag me on that video and let me know, and I'll post your video on my channels. Talk to you later, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.